Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. So I am sewing in some signatures. So I made this journal cover. I showed you, I did a video on making a green one, exactly the same. But this one's got a smaller spine. It's 1.25 inches, this spine. I'm sure it is. I'm going to just double check. Yeah. It's 1.25 inches-ish. And so I thought I'm going to do 2 signatures. So I've put together two signatures quite quickly. I haven't decorated anything. I decided that I'm going to sew these in and then decorate. So that was what I decided. So I thought, I don't think I've done a video on sewing 2 signatures in a spine before. So I thought, oh, let's film it. That's what I thought. Let's film it. So I got a strip of paper. It was just a scrap of paper, the same size as the spine. And so I folded it into thirds, like so that there is equal distance between the front and back cover and the signatures, and then the same distance between the 2 signatures. That is what I thought. I've never done a 2 signature journal before, but that is the sort of look I was going for. So you had 3 equal distances. Okay, and then I've folded it in half and then folded in half again, and that's giving me where I'm going to sew. Normally I go another one and I sew there and there, but I'm going to sew in a bit because I've got some shorter pages in here and I want to catch them in twice, and it's just easier if they're lower down. Otherwise this has to be really high, and I just think that looks, well, I just didn't fancy that this time round. So this way this can be lower down and it's almost like it's in the center. So that's why I didn't go for the one up there. And it'd be interesting to see how that turns out. So they are where I'm going to do my holes. So I'm just going to put dots on them so they're easy to see. So I'm going to do a dot there, da, 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 a dot there, a dot there, a dot there, a dot there, and a dot there. So can you see? I can see. So that's what I've done. This really is a scrap piece of paper. So you might see better on this side actually, because there's less on it. Oh, look at me showing off my woolly hat. I've taken to wearing a woolly hat indoors because I get cold and the heating's on, but I'm still cold. So yeah, so I find wearing a hat helps. So that's that bit. So we're going to make the holes in the spine. So I'm going to get just a little, where's my little piercing mat? So I've got my little mucky piercing mat, but it works. So that's going to sit along there. Now I quite like to hold it in place so it doesn't move. So I'm gonna put that up there and clamp that down the bottom so that that is in place, and then I can put it like that. So I might just move that a smidgy smidge, And then I'll get my little book binding kit out and get me awl, and I'm just going to push a hole through. And then that one there. And I'm going to use the same template for my signatures, and then I know that they're going to match up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write top here. I don't really need to write bottom. Oh, you said bottom. So that just in case there's a little difference with them, that is what I'm going to do. Right, so now, don't need that just for the moment. I'm going to take my first signature and I am just going to check those smaller ones. Right, so that will get caught in. I am just going to move it up ever such a little bit, and then that other shorter one, yeah, we'll have that. We'll just go up tiny tad. They're the only short ones, aren't they? Just realised I haven't got a doily in this. So normally when I only do a one signature, I can it's easily folded down, but that's okay like that. Now the signature is the height of the spine. I mean the template is the height of the spine, not the height of the signature. The signature is shorter than the spine, so I'm just hanging it over the edge a little bit. So excuse my phone there making a noise. Thought it had do not disturb on it, but hey ho. So that's now in place there. Oh, didn't really want to bend that over. So top, yeah. So now I've got where my hole is, and I'm going to bend it slightly, and then that means that your hole comes out on the fold, which is where you want it. Same on the other side. There we go, coming out on the fold there, and on the other side coming out on the fold. Marvellous. So that should match up with the holes that we have made, and it does. Okay, so now we want a thread. I'm going to use this one, and so do 3 times the height. 1, 2, 3. This is waxed thread, and that helps. Ow, I've just nipped my finger. I've never done that with a pair of scissors before. Dear me. So let's get my glasses on so I can thread this needle. There we go. So it is a good idea to remove the template. So remove the template, but I'm replacing those. So go in. So I want the tie on the inside, so I'm starting on the inside, then that tail of the thread will stay in here. Then it doesn't matter if you got in the top or in the bottom, makes no odds. Go back through the hole that you've made, don't make a new one. Pull it through. Don't do that yet. You have to go through your cover. Nearly, that was nearly a disaster, darling. There we go. Double checking that I am up the right way, and I am. Right, so that's going through. Just realised now that I may be, oh, I'll leave it at that thread. I was going to say I could have, might have been a good idea to have had a different colour thread. So now in through the top. Pull it through. There we go. Keeping it tight, and this is where you need to be mindful of it being straight. So now we're going to go back out this hole here, this center hole. You don't want to split the thread, and you don't want to make a new hole. A little bit more problematic with a hard book cover, but it is doable. There we go. I can feel it. You can pull it away a little bit because you can tighten it up afterwards. Feel your way through. And then back out through there. Through that hole there, out we come. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. There we go. We can tighten things up later. There we go. And then we're coming in through the bottom there and into that hole at the bottom. Don't make a new hole that I appear to be trying to do there. That is not what we want to do. So just take your time. Sometimes if you can't add them all in one go, you can do page by page. Coming through now? No, it's still coming through. A new hole. So I'm going to take that off now. Oh, I've dropped my needle. There we go. Let's try again. Through that hole. Through the bottom hole. I think I've got you now. So I properly had it. Oh, I've got it. Apart from I've gone so far through. I've just missed the center page there. Oh, missed that page as well. Where's my needle come out? There it is. So I've come out that one. So got to go in through those two. I might put my glasses on. I'm making this look so much more complicated than it really is. There, through there, through that one. I am trying, it would seem, to make a new hole, and that is not what we want to do. There we go, got there in the end. So making sure these ribbons are all out of the way. Pull the tail through. There we are. So now, put my glasses down. That is, pull that. Make sure that's straight. Pull that. So we can see the signature laying straight. We put this needle through there. And then we tie a knot. And then we tie a double knot. And then we can do a little bow or hang charms, however we want to do it. So that is the first signature in there. So I just like to go through, smooth everything down. I did actually put a pocket in there. That was Roxy Creations the other day. I thought, oh, I'll have a little try of that. There we go. So I'm going to have a pocket there. Yep, they're all nicely caught in. There we are. Love it. Oh, that was a Roxy flip. I've done a video on that. That's there. I obviously decided something was going there and had it clipped in at one point, and now I've took it out. So there we are. They're all in. A pocket there. Marvellous. So that is signature number 1. So now we can do exactly the same with the second signature. So find my centre point. I do actually think that this change where I folded it. Yes, a bit better. Just feel that that's sticking out a bit. That'll be fine. Right, centre there. So, oh, that's upside down. Good job I checked that. Everything else up the right way that matters. Yeah. So stick that back in. Right, army half things in the right place. Nearly forgot about them. Right, that one's towards the bottom, that's fine. That's just, I'm going to leave that there. Yep, that's catching in twice. That was it, isn't it? So, stick that on there. Overlap a bit at the top, bit at the bottom. Cooking on gas. So let's see if this one goes in easier. I mean, in theory, this one should be marginally harder. So push my hole in there, that hole in there, that hole in there. So they're all correct. Move that in like so. Get me thread. 1, 2, 3. It's just a nice little rule of thumb, that being 3. Take my glasses. Find my needle. There it is. So this needle's getting covered in wax because it's wax coated thread, and it does pull a bit off when you do that. So going in here and going in that hole there. And then we're gonna come in through the top. So pull the needle all the way through. And then I'm gonna go in through this top hole. Look at that, straight out. Okay, I'll be lining up nice and straight. Look at, right. And now we're gonna go out through there. Came straight out the hole, going straight out that way. There you go. That was so much easier than the first one. Give that a nice pull. And let's see if we can get through the bottom hole without the problems we had before. So I'm going to pull that all the way through. Not sure if I did that last time. And then once that's folded pushing through there, straight out. Look at that. So I can't remember now, because it was 2 minutes ago, if I was trying to push it through this at the same time as through the cover, and obviously doing it that way is probably not the best way. So before I tighten everything up, I want to check that they're nice and level. Yeah, they look nice and level, liking the look there. Yep. Yeah. So, are we all tight? Oh, could be tighter, Jess. Could be tighter. So let's give it a pull. Put our needle through there. Stick that around the other side. There we go. Good pull. And now do a knot. Do a double knot. Do a bow. And that's that signature done. So I've done both signatures, more or less the same, ever so slight variation. There we are. That is how I sew in 2 signatures. I do think that's the first time I've done that. But there you go. I think those colours look fine. So yeah, I might just do a little bit of distressing on sort of like the white core shown through there a little bit. But yeah, hope you like that. Hope that was hope you like that. I always say that. I hope that was useful, showing you how to sew in the 2, and obviously if it was 3 signatures you'd just have another one. So yeah, I think that's worked out really well. So, and you've got that distance between the 2 in the middle, which I think that works, because I'm probably going to do something a bit bulkier on this face here. So yeah, I will be back again very, very soon, probably with a flip through of this, with it sort of fully decorated. Okay, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.